Okay, we're back. All right, let's read where we left off last time. It said, so send the Army and Air Force and dog catcher too. And that's just what they did. They came for space pigs, with planes, with tanks, and with loud whirligigs. Oh, it was dreadful, a real world stopper, all from an Edwurd Fudwupper fat whopper. Do you remember seeing these pictures last time? Oh my gosh, what has Edward done? They pointed their loudspeaker dishes to space, and those generals roared till red in the face. Now listen out there, we'll shoot, yes we will. Come back here at once and bring Mabel Dill. Edward watched all of this for quite a long time, but people were staring at something behind. Oh, rats, Edward thought, how much more could there be? The general. And then poor Edward, but he brought it all on himself by telling that whopper. A face filled the sky, from the hills to the sea. It did not look happy, nor pleasant, nor soft. In fact, that big thing looked somewhat ticked off. It was purple and green with an eye on its snoot. It opens its mouth, roaring, "Who started this hoot?" Ruh-roh. He's kind of creepy and scary looking, isn't he? I live quite close by, just 2 galaxies down, and I just cannot sleep with this fuss and this sound. I know nothing of pigs, nor a lost Mabel Dill, so someone's been fibbing with slippery skill. Who is this gnat? Point out where he's at. Show him to me, and I'll swat him down flat. Look at how giant he is. That's the Earth, that little ball, and that's that giant, who's very upset that we ruined his sleep, or that Edward ruined it. All right. And that's just what they did. Each dad and each mother, they pointed right up at my shaking big brother. Edward dropped low. He was scared 10 times double. He'd fibbed way too big and was now in huge trouble. Then wait. What's that sound? A voice, small and fine. Everyone stopped. Whose was it? Everybody's pointing. And now wait, he's looking around. What could it be? It was mine. Oh, please, I called out. It's my fault, don't you see? I broke that blue pig. Edward's fib was for me. So dear grumpy thing with 3 eyes in your head, see that, it's me you should swat down instead. What could I do? Edward faced a big mess. I told a fat fib, yes, I'd learned from the best. She's talking to the sky where that creepy guy lives. I thought I'd be smushed, smashed, squashed right on down, but that big face looked in with a smile, not a frown. I think, he said firmly, you both are big fibsters, but out where I live, we're not loved by our sisters. Mine, by the way, I have left all alone, and now I'll go back to her sleeping at home. He looked at me odd, kind of sad, kind of blue. It sure would be nice to have one like you. See him looking at his sister? That's Fanny, don't forget. Oh, and there's Edward. See the little smile on the big monster's face? Then he turned round his ship and back home he drove her, and I turned to find Edward looking me over. He said not a thing as we walked back to Dad, where there he looked up and confessed, I've been bad. So we taped and we glue and we fixed up Mom's pig, and we told Mom the truth. Then we'd fibbed, fat, that we'd fibbed, fat and big. Our folks hugged us both and collected no fines. There goes the monster puttering home. And Dad's got Fanny and Edward up in his arms. But we sat in time out to pay for our crimes. Then Ed looked at me with a smile that was new and said, "It is nice to have one like you. 2 former fibsters, that Edward and me, but brother and sister we finally be." Look, they fixed the blue pig with all the tape. And see her looking back at us? That's what it's nice about, brothers and sisters. And if somebody knows where Mabel Dill went, please please tell her from Edward that no harm was meant. I think Mabel's happy as she can possibly be. Look at her. She's so happy. She's in Brazil, and she's a bikini model. All right, that's it. Yay! That was called Edward Fudwupper Fibbed Big, and it was told by his sister Fanny. And don't forget, it's written by Berkeley. All right, gang, it was nice to read for you again today. Don't forget, it's Shannon reading in her car.